Greetings. This is Mad Shad coming to you from a undisclosed location. What are we going to talk about today? Well, I've heard a lot of things about, oh no, they're coming to get my Pew Pew. Oh no, they're not going to take it from me, not not from my cold dead hands, whatever. That ain't going to happen. And I'll tell you why. There is so many guns out there. So many guns. You can imagine. I think the average gun owner owns at least two. At least one, if not two. Some own 5, some own 10. Some people have about 20 or 30. Yeah. And to think about it, those are just the people that they know. Okay? And they've been compiling information about who owns a gun and where you live and this and that. Yeah, we know that. But if you know anything about the government, excuse me, and their administrative, bureaucratical paperwork, you know that is a logistical nightmare. So, for them to try to coordinate and go, okay, so-and-so lives there. All right, it says here they got 3 guns. Okay. So let's go get those guns. You have to do that. They would have to do that with every freaking gun owner. They're not just going to go house to house. If they just start going house to house, area to area, they're not going to find anything. And plus they know, and this is the big one, they know that if they start going house to house, area to area, that somebody's going to get hurt. It's just going to happen. They know this. We know this. Cafe Bustelo and 2 things of hot chocolate. That's my that's my drink. Man, sorry, I got a little cough. I went for a huge march last night. Did 10 miles. It was 38 degrees. Felt good. Felt great. But anyway, that's beside the point. Keep yourself in shape. Keep yourself effective, if you know what I mean. So, they know that they can't go house to house. They can. They did it in the UK. They did it in Australia. Before that, they had like a crazy amount of admin. You had to register your gun. You had to get a license for your gun, and even if it was your great grandpappy's blunderbuss, it had to be registered if it was a family heirloom, and it's only for hunting, and they kept ramping it up. Here, everybody's got a fucking gun. Everybody, and there is still where I can just sell a gun to someone. Oh, okay. I got to do a background check now. That's interesting. Before you could just, do a private sale and no background checks. Now you got to do a background check. The gun show loophole that was shored up. You got to do a background check. I don't think you have to do a background check if I'm selling a gun to a dealer. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they got to look at the gun, and the gun's got to, some kind of. I think they want some kind of, paper trail on the transaction. Like, hey, I see you used to have this gun, but you sold it to, you know, Trigger Fire LLC Incorporated, at a gun show. Like, yeah. you know, yeah, they could come and investigate you. And they do. They do that. They come and they come by and go, we need to talk to you, sir, and we need to search your house and, all this and that. Well, yeah, are they going to do like because you see the BAFT, yeah, those people, they recently made a AR-15 pistol with a brace stock, which makes it a pistol. I know we're always going to find a way around shit. Made it illegal to have, but you can have it. But basically, it's at their discretion to say whether or not it's illegal. So yeah, and then there's more things on top of more things and on top of more things, and you'll see before you see gun confiscations, you're going to see gun restrictions, and that's hard to do too because you got state versus it's different in every state, it's different in every city, it's different in every town. Go to Oklahoma, it's open carry. Everybody's got a freaking gunslinger. It's the gunslinger law. Everybody's got a gun. Grandma's walking around with a 6-shooter. It's a very nice and polite society. Let me tell you, how you doing, ma'am? How you doing, sir? Please don't shoot me. I'm not here to hurt anybody. Opening doors for folks, and it's very nice and polite. An armed society is a polite society. We need to keep that. Getting off, trying to stay focused here. So they know that it's a logistical nightmare to try to, figure out who's got guns and then go get them. They know that. That's crazy. And then if they go from house to house, they're not going to find shit because, I want to be looking out my window going, oh shit, they're raiding that guy. Oh, they're taking his guns. Oh, they went to the next door, the next house over. They're doing the same thing. Honey, grab the duffel bag and a shovel. And that's what's going to happen. You're like, go ahead, search the house. There's nothing here. Boating accident. Yeah, now they're going to talk like this. Yeah, boy. Take my guns back. You ever notice I like doing voices? I should have done voiceovers. I still can, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, for them to be able to do that, they know it's a logistical nightmare, and they know that somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to be up in their house going, "No, sirree, Bobby, Ricky, you're not taking my guns." Boom, boom, pew, pew. Everything goes off. They don't want that, and we don't want that. That's why we have the guns. And talk about tyranny. That's hello tyranny. Some will argue we're already facing it now, and that's true. But at a very scaled down level right now. Man. So they know that. And they also know that it's a fairly easy technology to replicate. It really is. And what they're starting to do now is they're just going to cut off the valve and stop the flow. They're going to stop the gun manufacturers and the rounds manufacturers. So there'll be no more guns. There'll be no more rounds being made. Okay, there's millions upon millions. I forget the number, like 50 to 70 million, 150 million. I don't know. There's a lot of fucking guns in this country. So, that's a lot of guns. And Everybody has been stocking up on ammo. That's why there's an ammo shortage. That, and they've scaled down on production as well. It's not, let's be honest here. They basically said, you need to stop selling. You need to stop. Yeah. And you're going to hear all kinds of reasons of why and whatever, and that's whatever. That's fine. Whatever the reason. But it is a fairly easy technology to replicate. People that reload, they'll tell you, oh, okay, I can make a bullet. I can fairly do well making gunpowder. Any kind of propellant. Saltpeter. I think I forget the. I'm not gonna say the ingredients. But yeah, you get the point. This is something that's been going on since. What was the first gun made? 1400s, 13, something like that. Yeah. I mean, and it really, we have expanded that technology, to unreal expectations. I remember a book. Like I said, I love my sci-fi and I like my history, and this kind of goes both ways. I think it's called Guns of the South, and it was a gun is like the story was, what if the South during the Civil War had AK-47s? What? And apparently it was some kind of South African militia from the future who time traveled back in time, to give the South AK-47s. Well, it didn't work out as planned, of course. I'm not going to tell you this, but it was fascinating. It was absolutely fascinating. You go from shooting one round every 2 minutes, or it takes you 30 seconds. I don't know, whatever, to sit there and load that thing. Whoa! Big puff of plume of smoke, and 50 cal round or 68 cal round comes flying out of something and hits somebody in the chest, and sometimes it doesn't go through. And, hey, that hurt. My breastplate saved me. Or my flask, my Bible. To fully automatic. 7.62 going down range, ripping up shit. It was interesting. It didn't pan out, and it didn't touch on like what that would have done to, because once that technology is out, it is boom, it's gone. It's easy to replicate. So who's to say that AK-47s from the future, being this is the grandfather paradox, is that they introduced him way before it was invented, and now the AK is gone and is something else. Something more, because the technology got implanted earlier, and our because we figure things out. We like to tinker and innovate and make things. I mean, come on. You're watching me on this thing, this crazy little piece of technology. It's crazy, Could have taken the cell phone back in the Civil War days and be like, wow, what is that? What are those? So I mean, you can imagine, and we probably would have had, something different now. Fully integrated, internal, cell phone. Hey, how you doing? All right, yeah, sure. Hold on, I'm gonna watch a movie. Oh, I hate buffering. Oh, buffering. Anyway, I don't know. Biointegration, biotechnological technology integration. But anyway, you see the point. Once that technology's out, it's done. It's gone. It's like a wildfire. It's like a virus that spreads, because everybody's like, hey, I can do that too. Hey, I can do something a little different. Hey, I can make this better. Whoa, you know. So yeah, the cat is out of the bag, and you can't put the cat back in the bag. You know, and the cat is going to replicate and replicate and replicate, and that's what's going on here. You know, they know this. You know, you can make something very very cool in your garage. You know, you ever seen a hand forged gun? Oh man, you know what the fuck? I mean, and maybe there, and you already see the innovations in caseless ammo and you know all kinds of craziness. I mean, you can't stop it, man. And you're not. They're not going to come for your guns. If they do, fine, give it to them. Okay, bye. Sorry. You know. But a lot of people are not going to do that. A lot of sheriffs and a lot of you know they're basically you have to look at you can't look at the military and the police force as the adversary because you know they did take an oath. I do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution. Da, 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 you know, and they're going to be at odds. You know whether or not to you know take their guns from their fellow man, their fellow Americans. You know, an unconstitutional act. They did. I hear they did in Katrina. Yeah, sure. You know, as a public safety thing. You know, which prompted the rest of the derelict population. You know, i.e., gangs and thugs. Just they went from house to house because they had guns. They didn't give up their guns. You know, if you take all the guns from everyone, the only people that will have guns will be the criminals. They'll make guns. What happened when they took the guns from the UK and the Australians? They made guns. The criminals made fucking guns. You know, pipe shotguns and zip guns and you know, I mean, check it out, man. There's some pretty cool little inventions they made there. It was very simple, arcane technology. You know, I mean, out of two, you know, stock made out of like 2x4 and a pipe, you know, and they had a spring and a you know firing pin, a nail that they made, you know. Boom. I mean, there you go. This thing was made in somebody's garage. It was workshop day at you know at school, and they made them in workshop. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's very fucking simple. But yeah, there is. They know that for them to push their to totally enslave us, that they have to take our guns. That's going to come back. That's going to do. They're going to do that in ways of like enticing you and convincing you to just give them up. You know, I don't know how that's going to work out. You know, maybe buybacks. Maybe you know. I don't know. I don't see how that's possible. You know, that they can just go door to door, house to house, and just certain. Do you know how long that would take? There's 330 growing plus million people in this country. You know, that's a lot of places to go. And once they start, everybody's not just gonna sit there and you're like, oh. I hear they're down the street confiscating guns. I mean, we have the you know information you know highway here. You know, the neighbor is gonna go, oh my God, he's gonna tweet it. Look at this, they're taking my guns. And boom, he's gonna post it. It's gonna be on Facebook and Twitter and all the other you know crazy social medias. With crazy fucking names. So it's going to be out there, and then everybody's going to be like, nope. And people are going to start moving, you know, smuggling. So it's they're not going to come to your gun. They're not going to come for your guns. They're not. They haven't figured it out yet. Unless they can freeze everybody, put everybody in suspended animation, Lockdown? Okay, if we can lock everybody down and secretly go from house to house without anybody knowing it, keep everything quiet, maybe it'll work. But still, they're gonna kick down. They're gonna knock on your door. They're gonna knock on somebody's door. They're gonna like, hello, sheriff's department, or hello, National Guard, hello, whoever, whatever alphabet soup it is, and we need to come in now. No. No, you can't come in. No, I've done nothing wrong. I'm not opening the damn door. Well, how are they going to get through the door? They're going to pick the lock? No, I mean, they're going to kick that, they're going to bust that damn door down, and they're going to come running in, yelling, cussing, and screaming. There might be a firefight might ensue. So, it is a insurmountable task for them to try that. So rest assured, you'll be fine. Continue to do what you do. Be secure in your property. They're not doing it. But they might. They're still trying to figure it out. They are, yeah, because they know that, we have to be disarmed before we can, be enslaved. So, that being said, I'm going to leave it at that. Keep prepping, keep training. Keep exploring your mind. Learn new skill sets, and think. I only have like 2 brain cells, so the rest have been dashed out of my head at some point. But you got to think. Thinking is what's going to save you. Like I said in my other video, emotional reactions. No, it's not going to help you. But thinking and being smart and being prepared and preparing to prepare. What's the 7 P's? Piss poor planning produces piss poor production. I still remember that shit. Piss poor planning produces piss poor preparedness. So yeah, be smart. And I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this helps. I hope this puts things in perspective. Just letting it out there. All right. Well, this is Mad Shad signing off.